Here we are, here we are, lost in each other's arms. La 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 la, baby. Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, so I'm live, man. I'm live again. So I came on today to talk about something I am very, very excited about, and that is white dudes can't rap. I'm not gonna talk about it long, but I'm gonna talk about it because it's important. So, look, first of all, first order of business is to get this ash off my face. People think light skinned people don't get ashy, man. Look at this, man. So, so second order of business is basically I tell you when yeah, I'm bugging, yo. All right, I can feel my skin going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this lotion isn't here for other reasons, bro. Lotion is whack. But anyway, for that anyway. But look, so white dudes can't rap. White dudes can't rap. Look at this shirt. Isn't this stylish? This is what a white dude who can't rap would wear. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, so all right, there go the camera again doing his own damn thing. All right. Yo, so white dudes can't rap. It's right now on Tubi and it's on Amazon Prime. And this movie features John Canada Terrell, the guy who played Flash in the Five Heartbeats, the guy who left the group and went and started his own career. He also played in, if you want to go way back, he had played in She's Gotta Have It, Spike Lee's movie. Also in the movie is Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell is the guy who plays in Friday, and he's like, say something else, say something else, say something else. That's everybody know Clifton Powell. He's been in everything, an amazing actor. So he's in the movie. Tommy Too Smooth is in the movie. John Canada Terrell's in the movie. No, let me run this down because I think I already. Let me see. I laid out the script, and so we got Sean Scott's in the movie. I'm in the movie. I got a small part in the movie. And I did a bunch of music that's in the movie. So if you can, man, support this film. Go on Tubi, watch White Dudes Can't Rap. Highly recommend it. It's like slapstick funny. I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but yeah, so I'm going to go through the people that are in the movie. You got John Lumia as K.O., Sean Michelle Cosby as Felina Touche, the beautiful Sean Michelle Cosby, John Canada Terrell, his name is Fleet Walker, Donovan Hagens, what's up? Brian Scott, football player, Chris Mann, extraordinary Philadelphia talent, Clifton Powell is Deron, as I said before, Sean P. Anderson, he plays Earl the Bouncer, Brian Anthony Wilson, you've seen him in The Wire and all kinds of stuff. Thomas Cook, Javon Pearson, as I said before, he plays a character called Dookie. Holly Overton plays Janet. Heather Overton is Susie. Callie Troy. Clive Clive plays Shalene. Gerard Evil Hasselhoff, bass player. Chris McMullen. Blitzkrieg. Keith Bullard. Gervais Peterson. Rick Morris. He's the porn director in the movie and also the director of the movie. Julia Sussman, Shakia Muhammad, MC Breeze. I play hip hop. Infinite plays Stampman. We got Carell Buckhalter, another football player. Rose Seas, Albert Henry, Sean Scott, and Aaron Morin. That's off the IMDb page. So yeah, man, check this movie out. I got music in the movie. I did the opening animations for the movie. And I got a small part in the movie. And the director is a great friend of mine who I've known for many years. So yeah, man, check that out. Um, yeah, so the director and the writer is Rick Morris, and that's my friend from many years. So yeah, man, check that out. I just wanted to make sure I talked about it, and I wanted to put on the proper attire. Thank you, Rick Morris, for sending me this shirt. This is awesome. Like I feel like I don't know, classic casual at the same time. You know, only thing I don't have is a napkin for my lapel. You know what I mean? Over here, we need to put a napkin in there or something, or something to blow my nose. But yeah, so I definitely wanted to talk about that today. You know, it was a fun experience. It was my first time being on a live production set of a movie. And I've been on live production sets for music videos, but not a movie. And just watch. I mean, it was shot in, what is it, 35 millimeter film. So it wasn't digital. It was a film shot. And yeah, man. So I'm really excited about that for my man. So please check it out. White Dudes Can't Rap. It's pretty funny movie. Yeah, so I definitely wanted to talk about that real quick. And let me see this. What are we doing here? And I'm about to post a movie. No, I'm about to post a video on my Instagram, just talking about the album and the credits on the album. And I think what people, you know, I had a couple of people didn't understand what I meant by credits on the album. Some people thought that it meant that I was going to sign autographs, like your autograph on the record. That's not what's happening. What's happening is I'm putting your name in the actual print on the back of the album. So everybody that buys the album from here to infinity will have your name on the back of the album. And so I wanted to clear that up. Plus, I'm actually putting a video together now and explaining it in more detail. Yeah. So let me see. I was in my phone demonstrating it. I don't know if let me see here. So yeah, I mean, you understand it. Like when you buy an album back in the day, I don't know if I'm going to do CDs, but if I do CDs, your name will be on the CD as well. CDs aren't as much of a collector's item, and as vinyl is. Like vinyl is really picking up. Like people are coming back to like, yo, they want to have an actual product, something they can hold. Vinyl sounds better than other music mediums, and because it's an analog medium. And if just to kind of like not get too technical with it, but analog is just like straight. Imagine analog being straight through, and digital being through, and that's where you see like 128 bits, 48 bits, 16 bits, because how many bits, and the more bits, the better it sounds. But analog music doesn't have bits. It's just a straight listening to the music. It ain't chopped in little tiny pieces. And you may have known this when you had like situations where you may have a CD player back in the day, and you hear it. If it's going bad, you'll hear like the thing slow down. You'll hear the digital blips. Well, analog music is straight through, and that's the difference between vinyl and CDs. And a lot of people attest to vinyl sounding a lot better than digital music. So people are buying turntables again, putting them in their house. They're buying albums, and they play their favorite albums, and they own the music, opposed to your stuff streaming. And if the streaming company goes down, you basically lose your library. Like you pay for millions of songs to be played for you, but it's under their control. So owning your own music definitely makes a lot of sense. I've seen a young boy online one time. He was taking all his music and burning it to CDs, so he would have physical copies of his music, opposed to being connected to a streaming service or a music service that when it dies, so does your music collection. Or when your hard drive dies, there goes your music collection. As many DJs can attest to that use CDJs and not CDJs so much, but the controllers, the CD controllers, where their music is on their computer. Their computer crashes, all their music is gone. But the ones who collect records, they can actually have the music. They can go back, take the record, and re-digitize it so they can have their library back. Or like a lot of DJs do in Philly, they just if they're looking out for another DJ, they'll just give them their hard drive, let them copy the entire library. I've seen a lot of DJs do that. Some DJs are stingy, some DJs don't help one another, but then there are the ones who are like really good people and they share stuff. I remember when I was going to DJ a few years back, probably about 6-7 years back, I considered DJing again. And DJ Trevor gave me a hard drive with all his music on it, so I know it gets done. And but yeah, so so the vinyl will have the vinyl. I gotta show the shirt. I gotta show the shirt like he's paying me to produce it. Yeah, man, check out White Dudes Can't Rap. He's not paying me. I don't need to be paid for this. I'm in it. Support this movie. White Dudes Can't Rap. This MC Breeze live on Facebook segment is brought to you by White Dudes Can't Rap. What did I say? White Dudes Can't Rap. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, man. So, yeah, check it out, man. Yours truly. I'm in a movie. I'm in a major motion picture. My face. The Rocky V stuff. I did the music for Rocky V, but I'm not in the movie. So this is a big deal. White Dudes Can't Rap. White Dudes Can't Rap. Say it. White Dudes Can't Rap. I don't even know why that feels good. Like maybe it's some, maybe something about growing up in the project. But look, so that's it, man. I'm hyped. And I think I'm going to get just hyper and more hyper and hyper every day because what's really happening is phenomenal to me. First of all, when I talk to young people about the business, and I hear people complaining about the business. I personally don't see it the way some people do. I have been supported by black people all my career. From rocking at block parties to house parties to putting out records, I have never, ever been in a situation where I didn't get supported by black people. The people that didn't support me, I don't talk about because it's not, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. No business is, no person is. But the thing is that you can spend time complaining about who don't support you and kind of almost shine over the people that do. So it's like for me, you won't really hear me complaining about people, things like that. Like, I believe a lot of times, like every time I see a black business, and it's a little business, hopefully somebody who has a black business gains something from this. When I see a black person online complaining and saying that black people don't support them, to me that's like a Jedi mind trick, psychology 101 trick. You say, oh, nobody supports me, and you think you're going to guilt somebody into supporting you, right? But you might have 1,000 people who did, but you want 1 million. So you going on, you trash people that didn't support your product because they didn't need it, they didn't want it, they weren't in position to support it. It's like I think you do a disservice to the people that do support you because you could spend that same energy talking about who doesn't support you on who did. Like maybe you got, let's say you got 20 people that went in their pocket and supported what you did. And all you do is complain about the ones who didn't. That's to me is just like a bad business move. Because what it does is it sets up a situation where you just look bitter. And somebody who might have been on the fence, oh, maybe I'll support them when I get my paycheck. Or maybe I'll support them next time. Or whatever. Those people end up being turned off. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, some people, you might get a couple sales because of guilt. But celebrating the people who did support you, I think is a far better move. Makes a lot more sense. But, you know, that's me. Let me see. I have to check something. I'm talking here. I don't even know if I got sound. Like, every once in a while I gotta check Facebook and see if I got sound. See if I got sound. But, you know, that's me. I got sound. I have to check, so I gotta check Facebook and see. Okay, so I got sound. Let me see if I got sound on the music. I got a song that's going on the album called. Okay, so I got sound. Oh, stop it. I got it. So I got this song from the album called I Go Dolo. And let me see. Oh, you know what? I did promise on the last live. I mean, if anybody that heard it. Woo, that's loud. Let's go turn this down. Well, we can't turn that down. We gotta turn down. Let me open it in QuickTime. Open with QuickTime. Bring the volume down.
Yeah. Philadelphia in the building.
So this is, I don't know which mix I'm going to use yet, and I was like on the fence about putting this record on the album, but it's called Live in London. In 1991, I performed in London like 6 times, and the last show, I wanted to leave my shoes in the show, so I took my shoes off after the last number and threw them into the crowd. And little did I know that was going to be the last time I was performing in Europe, because, and it's been documented, Hammer didn't like my ascension. He didn't like that my record was doing better than his at the time. Even though his album was out prior, my album was brand new. You had the Rocky stuff. So I'm on his label, and he didn't like that I was doing well, so he shelved me after that, and I didn't go back to Europe to perform until 2010. And that was 91. And I went back in 2010 and performed in Bucharest, Romania. But anyway, so I wanted to do a song that paid homage to being on that stage. You know, I kind of wish I would have known that was my last time in London, but I did want to do a song that pays homage to that. And so here's the song, Live in London. And so here we go, let's go.
May 91, this ain't I live there. This is live, on stage, on stage. On stage, no bluffing. Philly born spitter had the whole crowd jumping. Birmingham nights, your boa was straight. Live in London. You know we did something. Live I London, mic court swinging. Black drop grip with the anthem ringing. From that 215 to the summit. When I say live, the whole place running. Back when the beats had swinging weight. Snare hit hard, bass vibrate. Hammer tall, but I held my own. 6 straight shows in a danger zone. London packed. Balcony shake, every rhyme I spit felt like quake. Philly slang with the global tone. Crowd so loud, couldn't hear my own. May 91, sweat in my eyes. Adrenaline rush, no compromise. Last show vibe, electric thunder. Took my dance shoes off, mid-number. Tossed them high, that's legacy. Left my souls in UK history. Didn't move there, never relocated. But that night, man, we dominated. On stage, no bluffing. Philly born spitter had the whole crowd jumping. Birmingham nights, we was straight thumping. Live in London, yeah, we did something. Boom bap drum with a Philly knock. SP 1200 and make the speakers rock. No trap hats, no auto tune, just raw rap under British moon. Piccadilly lights in the rear view glow, but I'm still that kid from the row house flow. Cross that water where the mic can pry. UK roar like a rising tide. I ain't British, respect though. They felt that hunger in every flow. 30 years, but the fire's strong. History stamped in a rap song. Shoes long gone, but the story live. Every time that memory gets revived, when that needle drop, that sample humming, you hear that echo. Live in London. When I say live, you say London. 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 When I say Philly, 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 you say Philly. Philly born, baby.
Yeah, man, so you can see boom bap's my thing. I am a boom bap, throwback, classic, Philly rapper. That's what I'm gonna be until I die, like a rock and roll singer stays rock and roll. That's me. So yeah, man, you know, but I also do R&B. So, you know, anyway, let me see something. I got another mix in here over there.
London! When I say loud, you say louder.
Woo, that's loud. Let me see. I got to bring down that sound. There we go.
When I say big, you say Philly. Live in London on stage, no bluffing. Philly born spitter had the whole crowd jumping. Birmingham nights, your boy was straight thumping. Live in London, you know we did something. Live in London, mic cord swinging. Backdrop grip with the anthem ringing. From that 215 to the summit. When I say live, yo, who run it up?
All right, wait a minute. All right, so something else I wanted to explain about this record is if you watch the show video that I have, it's a show live in London performing. I got 6 dancers and we doing our thing. Well, that song came about because I only had 15 minutes to perform in the Hammer show as an opening act. And they needed me to do 5 more minutes. And so I didn't know what song I was going to use. So what I did was I went into the hotel and I just made a new song. And the song had horns in it. And those horns were like... And like, so I was like, yo, I never made anything with that. So I wanted to put that in the Live in London track. And that's like, I'm trying to find the mix where I really have that prominently displayed. So let me see if, go back to, I may not have downloaded it after I did it. After I done download. Let me see. So we go London. See the one that I got with that in it. Yeah, so at first I was gonna wait and do a Joey B. Ellis album, and then I was like, no, let me combine both names and just like ride it out with those names for the rest of my career, and that way, you know, people are not confused as to who I am. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah. Philadelphia in the building. May 91. I turned it out there. This is live on stage.
Okay, there we go.
Live in London on stage, no bluffing. Philly born spitter had the whole crowd jumping. Birmingham nights, your boy was straight. Live in London. You know we did something. Live in London, mic cord swinging. Black drop grip with the anthem ringing from that 215 to the summit. When I say the whole place running, yo, back when the beats had swinging weight. Snare hit hard, bass vibrate. Hammer tour, but I held my own 6 straight shows in the danger zone. London pack, balcony shake. Every rhyme I spit felt like quake. Philly slang with the global tone, crowd so loud, couldn't hear my own. May 91, sweat in my eyes, adrenaline rush, no compromise. Last show vibe, electric thunder. Took my dance shoes off, mid-number, tossed them high. That's legacy. Left my souls in UK history. Didn't move there, never relocated, but that night, man, we dominated. When live in London on stage, no bluffing. Philly born spitter had the whole crowd jumping. Birmingham nights, we was straight thumping. Yeah, we did something. Boom bap drum with a Philly knock. SP 1200 make the speakers rock. No trap hats, no auto tune, just raw rap under British moon. Piccadilly lights in the rearview glow, but I'm still that kid from the row house flow. Cross that water with a mic and pride. UK roar like a rising tide. I ain't British, respect though. They felt that hunger in every flow. 30 years, but the fire's strong. History stamped in a rap song. Shoes long gone, but the story live. Every time that memory gets revived, when that needle drop, that sample humming, you hear the echo.
Live in London.
When I say, you say
London.
live,
London.
live.
London.
When I say Philly, you say born, Philly born.
Yeah, so that's it right there. That's a taste of Live in London. That's MC Breeze, aka Joey B. Ellis, Live in London. I was getting goosebumps just listening to that because those shows. Look, I give Hammer a lot of shit for the way things ended, but I gotta give a boy props, grace, and forgiveness for the opportunity that was afforded to me. You know, you're talking about a kid that came out of the projects with a couple of BSR turntables, moved down the bottom, joined B-Force, rapping in clubs, rapping in bars, rapping in freaking, on the street, in the house parties, and then I end up going around the world. Like, you know what I mean? I was talking to a friend of mine that was with us from a group called The Real Seduction, and he put it in perspective. He said, man, you know how many people will never experience what we experience as a part of MC Hammer's show. You know, we got to ride on his success and experience things that, again, most people will never see. You know, it's crazy. It's hard to fly now because when I was flying all around the world, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to carry my bags. I didn't have to book a room. I didn't have to book a car. I didn't have to book the flight. I didn't have to do anything. It was all-star treatment, 5-star restaurants, 5-star hotels, everywhere. And we talking Spain, and then we did Japan. The things that you learn about places that you go to that you would never ever experience or know anything about, like the fact that performing in Japan, when you do a show in Japan, people don't clap to the end. It is the weirdest experience in the world for a performer. Like, we're used to, like, as an MC, we're like an orator. We're like, it's like being in church and you hear the preacher talking. He says, and God said to somebody to come down. And people go, yeah, uh-huh. Ain't none of that in Japan. Ain't no real call and response. There's just, you do your show, and the Tokyo Dome is so big, and the lights are so bright, you can't really even see the audience. So you feel like you're performing by yourself for a lot of the show. You look in, you can see a few people in the front, but there are 45,000 people in this arena. And we're sitting in there, it's a dome. It's like, so we're doing this show, and it was crazy because you don't know how good you're doing or how well you're doing, or whether people like what you're doing during the performance. But after the performance, they go berserk, like, and they give you the love. So like that respect that they give you just to hear every bit of your performance and to be engaged. And this was pre-cell phone, so they're paying attention. They're not just filming. And so Japan was that was absolutely amazing. And then we did the Tokyo Dome twice. So that's 45,000 people twice in the same day. And a testament to MC Hammer, Hammer sold 90,000 tickets in a day. That's how big this guy was. And I'm the opening act. So I was a recipient of those 90,000 people. And then we went from Tokyo to Osaka. And that's 45,000 people because that's a dome. And the same thing. So, you're talking about just an amazing experience. I remember being on the bus, driving from one country to the next, and we went through a mountain. The whole tour bus went through a mountain. You're like on a road, you can see down, and then we go right in the side of a whole mountain. It's all a cave almost, and we're driving through that thing, and that was pretty amazing. So it was some amazing experiences as a result of being on that tour. And again, the ending was bad. There's a lot of artists that will sign an artist and don't want that artist to be bigger than them. That's just the nature of the insecurities of artists. It's been, you can probably name on one hand how many artists actually wanted the artist that they signed to be bigger than them or help them blow up. Like I had heard rumors about Jay-Z and the people that he picked up, that they actually, like, he would drop his record on top of their record and just like make it so that his record did better because he promoted his more and stuff like that. But it's the nature of the business. It's an ugly business all the way around. But that's neither here or there. Live in London, it gives me goosebumps because the time was precious. And like a lot of things in life, you don't realize how precious something is until later on. But this time right now is precious, and I am definitely absorbing it because to have people support I'll be 62 on the 22nd of April. To have a 62-year-old rapper put an album out and have people pre-sell and pre-buy the album with as tight as money is right now, you know what I mean, and how uncertain the situation is with what's going on in our country, and people actually digging in their pocket and paying for this record. I'm on cloud nine right now. Like, I'm an artist, so I have ups and downs. I've been up ever since I put this album up for pre-sale. Day one, I text somebody, I said this on the other posts, I text somebody the album link, and 2 to 3 minutes later, I get a text back, and it's a receipt for the album. They purchased, they didn't even say, what's up? They just bought the album. And I'm like, yo, wow, that's crazy. And that's happened to me several times in this journey. Sometimes, we take people for granted. I mean, especially as adults, because life is life, and people got things to do. People got this, that, the third, and they'll stop to buy your record. That's amazing, man. That is absolutely amazing. And I am so glad to be a part of a music for as long as I've been that garners that type of support. I mean, hip hop, the original hip hop, its intent was to make people feel better, to make people have a way to support their own dreams and their own things that they wanted to do. Like, it didn't matter. One thing back in the day we never said in the 80s is we never looked at somebody and said, you're not hip hop. That didn't start until gangster rap. The gangster rappers like, oh, this is hip hop and this isn't. So if you made a happy record, that's not hip hop. Before that, if you were involved in hip hop in any way, whether it was dancing, rapping, you know, graffiti, wore some fly clothes, like had your jacket graffitied up by the local painter in your neighborhood or something, or graffiti writer, then you were hip hop. Nobody said anybody wasn't hip hop. And so to come from that era when all pretty much, especially in Philly, hip hop artists stuck together. Like we stuck together. It wasn't no, even our battles, we didn't battle one another. We performed in our battles, and whoever performed the best won. It's not like we talked about the other guy's mother, or, you know, that's not what early Philly battles were about. They were, you know, it was about rocking the crowd. Everything was about the crowd. I still to this day call myself a public servant when it comes to music. I make music to make people feel good. I always tell people, imagine somebody's worked all week, worked their butt off, whether it's school, whether it's, you know, going to work, and Friday and Saturday night is an opportunity for me as a rapper to stand on stage and an MC to stand on stage, because it wasn't just all rapping. We also standing up there trying to get people off the wall, trying to get people to dance, talking to people, shouting out people, you know, shouting out birthdays, trying to make people feel good about being out with us. And that's the big difference in hip hop, is it wasn't about us. It was a public service. We did playgrounds for free. We put the music in the playground. People came outside. It was kids, babies, moms, people. It was just like all these people were there to alleviate whatever pressures they had all week. And that's what our job was, and that's how we look at hip hop. That's why we approach hip hop that way. If you look at a lot of the old school artists, they're still performing because that's the kind of love that they gave when people were young, and then in their older ages, those people show appreciation by showing up at these shows, these basement parties and these old school different things. They show up because of the love that hip hoppers gave them early. And as a rapper from the freaking 80s, one thing I understood that, I mean, it wasn't making any money, but our currency was the love of our community. Because you could rock your own community and make people laugh and feel good and dance. That love right there, that currency will last forever. And that's why old school artists are not as bitter as some of the artists that came later, you know, who made millions and lost it all, that kind of thing. We made millions in love and admiration from our own communities. So that's my rant for the day. I've been on here about 37 minutes. I like to come on here and just talk every once in a while and promote White Dudes Can't Rap. Again, this is on Tubi, and Amazon is streaming heavy. So check it out. Yours truly, I'm in the movie. My music is in the movie. A lot of music. Like, I'm singing in the movie. My wife and her sister are singing in the song. And we're on stage. I'm actually on stage playing guitar, and my wife and her sister are singing background in the band scene. Wow, it's a major achievement. You know, anybody that can finish a movie, first of all, I applaud you. It is not an easy thing to do. There are probably 200 people in Philly, at least, with the equipment to make movies, and are not making movies. You know, and they keep buying equipment and still not making movies. So, and then I read a statistic about 95% of people who graduate film school never make a movie for some reason. It's a weird phenomenon. I mean, Steven Spielberg didn't even go to film school, and a lot of directors didn't even go to film school. They just had that drive to get up and do it. So making a movie is an amazing achievement. So somebody might look at a movie and go, oh yeah. Just get out of your way for a second and think about what it takes to organize that much talent, that many people, whether the movie good or bad, it's a lot of work and that goes into it, and it takes a long time to get it done. Um, and it's to be applauded. It's to be applauded. So yeah, man. So check it out. White Dudes Can't Rap. And it zoomed in on me. White Dudes Can't Rap. White Dudes Can't Rap. John Kennedy Sorrell, Tommy Too Smooth, Clifton Powell. Great movie. Let me back up. There you go. Do it like this. Watch this. Watch this. Technology. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that's it for me today. I'm at about 40 minutes. I try to do, be on here a significant amount of time. It's twofold. Number one, just to get more comfortable doing this, and number two, to make sure the equipment will last long enough. So yeah, I'm always buying stuff. I might as well use it. But yeah, so thanks again for everyone that has purchased the pre-sale of my album so far. You guys are making my day. Every sale, I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. And nope, I ain't gonna cry. I don't cry. But look, man, it's a lot. It's a lot for somebody to support somebody at my age, at this juncture in my life, and will dig in their pocket and actually support me. So I don't even know how I'm gonna feel when I come to Philly for a release party, because if everybody shows up, there's gonna be at least 100 people that have actually showed major support, and I want to talk to everyone. So yeah, man. So I'll probably do autographs or something like that. But again, the record the pre-sale is your name printed on the back of the album with everyone else. So everybody that has the album will have your name on their album. Even after the pre-sales. The pre-sales I'm gonna go on for about another 2 weeks because I want to get this album out in the summer. So I got to get it done in a certain amount of time so I can order the records and get the records back and then ship the records to people. And if the timing is right, I might even come to Philly with the records. I might hand deliver. so yeah. So I'm excited. I'm still excited about this record. Thank you to everyone, and a special thank you to somebody. I don't know if people want their name on blast, but somebody bought 2 records today. So so we got DJs buying the record now. They always want to do. So I and then I told them, I said, well, give me another name, to put on there, and they, so that was fly. But anyway, I'm out. It's 42 minutes in. MC Breeze. And I'm going to get off of here, and thanks again for everybody buying the record. Check out White Dudes Can't Rap on Tubi and Amazon Prime, and I get on you. Fist bump.